Hello, happy Sunday or whatever day it is you're catching this replay. I am going to make a few quick note cards with our Daffodil Afternoon. So this is free, one of our free celebration papers, and it's gorgeous. The paper really does all the work here. So I'm using Very Vanilla note cards, are 3.5 by 11. They're available in the annual catalog. You get a pack of 20. I'm only going to do 4 cards, but this paper gives you enough. You could definitely make 20 cards with this paper and then some. So the other pieces I used is from Scallop Contour. So this is in our annual catalog. And I used the second largest piece here to cut out. I did all the cutting just to make this a bit faster. Cut out the pieces, and then the smallest piece for the sentiments. So what I like about using this for sentiments is I can go, so this is another celebration, and I love it because it just has such a variety of sentiments. So every occasion you could imagine, but I can just take this before I decide, and I can kind of see what fits in there. So not all of them are going to fit, but quite a few. So then that helps me kind of decide what I want to put on my card. So I used from this set with Sympathy. Then I'm also using another celebration set, and I am using the birthday one in here because it fits so lovely. And then the last one, this is from our annual catalog. I love all the sayings in here and just this handwritten script. So I used Wildly Grateful. I thought it went really well with these wild flowers. And I did some of the stamping again just to save time. But I am going to stamp the last 2 pieces, and then we're going to put the cards together, including decorated, coordinated envelopes. So the envelopes are the coordinating side of the designer series paper. And so I did a few of them in advance, but we're going to do one together so you can see how that's done. I think it just adds a little something extra to the card. Okay, so let's do our stamping first, and then we're ready to build everything. So Basic Gray has been my new favorite this year. I just find it's really soft and can just complement any card color combo you have going on. So I need to stamp 2 more sentiments. So I've got the birthday one, and then I'm also choosing from this little one, just a little high from me. So then I've got a collection of thank you, sympathy, happy birthday, and just sort of a hi thinking of you. I like to send out happy mail. So I like to sort of pre-test out my stamps. You also can stamp first and then cut out, but just to save time, I cut them all out first. All right, that one's done. And then doing the birthday one. I love how this is just, you can see right through so you know where you're lining it up. Awesome. And I just noticed this little piece didn't punch out. So, okay, close this before I make a bigger mess. And we'll get to building. So I'm going to be using my Tombow liquid glue. I find it works great for decorating envelopes. So let's do that part first, just because I want to give it some drying time. So for the envelopes, I used the back side of the designer series paper, so the coordinating side, and I cut these 2.5 by 5.5 or 6. These might be cut by 6, but 5.5 would work. And you're just going to add a little bit of this glue, and you're going to line it up right where the crease is. Okay, and I'm going to just let that dry. Once it's dry, we're just going to cut around and then we'll have our envelope. Okay, so on to building the card. So I'm going to use dimensionals and this liquid glue. Tip, try to keep it upside down so that it doesn't dry out. If it dries out, you can just kind of pick at it with, I use my take a pick tool, and I just kind of, so if you leave it standing this way, this often will dry up. So I just leave mine in a cup upside down. Okay, so we are going to get building, and I've already, here, we'll just fold those. Okay, so we're just I'm gonna use this one on here actually, because this I want to show as much of this paper as I can. So really simple, really quick. I'm gonna add a few dimensionals to the back. Oh, that one. Just find it gives it a little bit more texture here. And then we'll just line it up. So you've got a bit of a border. So I chose the Very Vanilla ones because this card, this paper has a lot of Very Vanilla in it, but the Whisper White or the basic white would work too. And this one we can also pop up, but I'm going to just use my liquid glue. And I'm going to add, these are in our new mini catalog, Brushed Brass Butterflies adhesive. I'm going to just add a few little butterflies to this card. Quick and simple, and it's going to line up with that envelope. Okay, so same thing with the these are the pieces for the envelopes, but because I already did them, I did that one too. This one's already done. Okay, awesome, I have an extra. Okay, what I need is we'll do this one next. So this one, I chose to use the back side of the paper. It's just kind of simple and subtle. And bear with me while I find another envelope, because this is the one. Okay, yes, because for the most part, directionality didn't matter, but it does for this one. So when you go to open your envelope, you want the paper facing this way instead of upside down. The rest of the pattern paper, it doesn't matter because it doesn't have a direction. So this one, there, we'll let that one dry. Okay, so this one, because I'm just using this subtle side, I wanted to add in a little bit. So this is part of another bit of paper. So just to add in a little bit more color. Add in those dimensionals. And then on the card base, just pop it up. And this I cut at 1/2 inch and 3 1/2. So it is the exact length or width of the card base. Just a way to add a little bit of extra detail to your card. Super quick, super easy. And I think this one I will also pop up some dimensionals just because there isn't a lot going on with that paper. And this card is going to get this. These are in our annual catalog. They are little bumblebees. They're not adhesive though, so you do need, I recommend a glue dot for those. I like to stick my glue dot on my paper and then add that to the glue dot, because these are quite heavy, so you do need a nice strong. So another simple, ready to go. And this one is going with this envelope, so we'll have to trim that one. I'll trim that one later. Okay, so just 2 more to go. So this one, and so we'll do this one together. And so super simple. You could get 20 cards done easily in an afternoon and have a great collection to either have on hand for when those occasions pop up, or to gift to somebody else. So nice little set of all occasion gift cards. And you don't need to use multiple stamp sets like I did. Like 1 sentiment stamp set can do the trick. Make sure that's facing the right way. I just love the colors in this paper. So I'm gonna just add a little strip of color here for interest. And then I'm going to pop that one up. And instead of, if I can find them, instead of butterflies on this one, I'm going to use some metallic pearls. Maybe not, maybe just kidding. I did have them. Does this ever happen to anybody else? Their things just mysteriously disappear. There they are, I hid them. So I'm gonna use, they come in silver and in gold. So I'm just going to use the silver ones, and really there's no rhyme or reason. I put them anywhere and everywhere. All right, so that one is done, and last one is going to be built in the same way, dimensionals. And then probably going to add this one down in the corner, and again maybe going with the pearls or a butterfly on here. Butterfly is a nice symbol of hope. So I'm going to just cut this. Oh, I see I kind of rushed it. So the nice thing about this glue, it's a little late for me now, I missed the boat, is if you put it on and you don't like where you placed it, you do have a short window. If I really wanted to fight with it, I could, to peel it and replace it. But I'm going to just leave it as is. So yeah, so those are quick and easy note cards. Our note cards are available in our annual catalog. This is a celebration, so a set of note cards and maybe a stamp set from our annual catalog, and you have all the things you need. A pack of dimensionals, these butterflies, you would have enough to get some of this free paper. So this paper is part of the $60 purchase. So spend $60 and you can pick this for free. There's also other great options in there too, and it goes